Does anyone know at what point in time the human race went from being the normal, to being sensitive little crybabies? Hello once again, everyone. Welcome back to another video. Originally, I was thinking of doing like an explosive rant about this, but I just don't have it in me, so we're gonna do a calm and collected and calculated rant. Now, I'm sure some of you, I know a sizable amount of my fans, are familiar with Alpha Omega Sin, so I saw his video, so it gave me the idea, hey, I should do a video talking about this too, because us people who actually have common sense need to continue to expand and to warn and to basically stand up to injustice across the fucking world because no one else seems to be. So, let's get into the story. You're all familiar with Twitter. I have a Twitter, you have a Twitter, your goddamn dog has a Twitter. I don't really use mine all that much. Usually all I say on it is, when a new chapter of the Adventures of Ninja Dragon is posted, then I'll be like, bloop, 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 and I'll be like, new chapter's up, go check it out. Or when I upload a video, it automatically, like, posts saying, like, I uploaded a video. But, in general, we all know and understand Twitter. Massive hit, social media, you can stay connected with everyone. Your fans, you can stay connected with your celebrities that you like, your role models, all that stuff. And it sounds so swell. Well, it was pretty cool. Was being the key word. Because now you see, we've got this whole trust and safety council thing going on here. Which, by the way, guess who's a part of it? Guess who was officially hired onto it? Anita Sarkeesian. Her name really should be Anita Sarcastic, really. But that should tell you right there, we got a problem. Now, I don't know, maybe she's a good manipulator. I don't know how she's able to take up these important people, or at least, significant people's time and effort. She was just at the UN not that long ago making a big fuss about trying to censor the goddamn internet. You can't do that. It's impossible. You just can't. You just can't. Do you hear me? You just can't. Not you shouldn't, you can't. But back onto this point. Censoring Twitter is what this is about. Now, I know what you're going to say. Some people are going to be like, oh, but this is about stopping people from being, mean and stuff. Yeah, that sounds nice. But guess what? Who died and made you the boss that gets to decide, no more being mean to people, no saying anything that could hurt someone's feelings? Now we're back to my initial statement. When the fuck did everyone get to be little crybaby bitches? I don't fucking know. It had to have been, it's like, within the last 2 years or so. Because, or maybe 3 years, I don't know. Because there was a time where, and I'm going to feel really old saying this, because it's like, usually it's the older people that say this, but it's like, back in my day. Fucking ads. Fucking back in my day, we didn't have these kind of situations, man. If someone came up to us and told us to our face that they didn't like us, guess what? We didn't give a shit. Or actually, they'd probably say, we didn't give a hoot. They'd move on with their lives. But now, no, that's not the way now. Now, you got someone come along and say, you're a fag, you're gay, you're an idiot, you're a bully, you're a jerk, you're an asshole. And all of a sudden, the sky is falling! The sky is falling! It's the end of the world. It's the apocalypse. Oh my god, I can't handle this. I'm depressed now. I have all these mental issues all of a sudden, and I need some medical help because I am being bullied and harassed. And it's like, where'd your spine go? Where did your balls go? Where did your nerve go? Nowadays, everyone expects the entire world to protect them. They want the government to waste their time and effort to punish someone for hurting your feelings. Do you understand how ridiculous that sounds? Out of everything going on in the world, you want the government to stop someone from being mean to you. There's a button called mute. There's a button called block. Or here's a crazy idea. Don't use Twitter. Gasp, gasp, gasp. Never crossed my mind. That's blasphemy. And now I know what you're saying. There's people out there who are going to say, well, I should be able to use these. It's for everyone. Exactly. Right there. Stop, stop, stop. It's for everyone, which includes assholes. You can't make something that's an online service and say only nice people can use this. What kind of a hippie are you? That is such a upside down, tipsy turvy, backwards, inside out way of thinking. And in a way, people can say nice things and it gets miscommunicated and they think it's mean. You could say only nice people are allowed to use this, but isn't that being mean to the mean people? You see, now you're a hypocrite. The problem is, I don't know if it's technology, the digital age, whatever, but the human race has become putrid, has become spineless. I don't know why. Maybe it's something in the water. And back onto the point of, like, you want the government to waste their time because, little Jimmy insulted you at school today on Twitter. Really? That's like when the cops are busy, when you're like, hey, I saw a guy who, had a garage sale, or no, better story. The kids who have lemonade stands, oh, but they don't have a permit. So the cops get called to shut down a little kid's lemonade stand. When cops should be doing something like, oh, I don't know, catching rapists, robbers, murderers, thieves, anything like that. I doubt when you're hired as a cop, one of the aspects on your, not resume, but on your job duties is dealing with pointless shit like kids' lemonade stands or someone got their feelings hurt. Can you imagine if a judge or a police officer pulled this shit? I'm sure maybe it actually has happened, but can you imagine? Can you imagine you're in a courtroom, you're a serial killer, you say to the judge, I fucking hate you. Guess what? Now he's going to get all upset and sentence you to an extra sentence because you hurt his feelings. Boo hoo. And it's like, I understand that I'm different than the majority of the population. I really do. This also goes back to my, personality thing where I'm only a part of 3% of people on the planet. I can't understand why people are this way. Why can't you just, if someone insults you, why can't you just laugh it off? Why can't you just smile? Why can't you just not give a shit? Why do you have to take every goddamn thing personally and let it affect your life when literally, when someone insults you, all it is, if it's in English anyway, is letters of the English alphabet arranged in a certain order. It's if they're saying it to you, it's literally sound coming out of a person's voice box. They're using their voice box. Me saying you're a fucking idiot is hardly any different from me just saying cheeseburger. It's a sound that comes from the voice box. And yet you want protection. You want everything to be safe. I know we're getting into a rant here and more of like a little bit off topic. So let's try and bring it back. But you want to control Twitter? This goes back to the Anita Sarkeesian trying to control the internet with censorship. If you don't want to be have your feelings hurt, then rather than try and control the goddamn world, how about you control your goddamn self? How does that sound? And I know what you're thinking. These people are going to be all, oh, but I shouldn't have to. I just came on here because I wanted to have a nice time. Guess what? Let me escort you to this button called block or mute again. I already brought this point up, but it's so blatantly obvious that people seem to be missing it. So why are we having these problems? I don't know. I don't know. So it says here, Twitter empowers every voice to shape the world. That's dramatic, but okay. But you can't do that unless you feel safe and confident enough to express yourself freely and connect with the world around you. First of all, when you're online, you're already anonymous. Everyone's a fucking keyboard warrior. You know, you feel safe. Unless it's like you're being swatted or something. So, uh, to help give your voice more power, Twitter does not tolerate behavior intended to harass, intimidate, or use fear to silence another user's voice. Now, I heard something about in Alpha Megason's video. There's already like an old version of Twitter being made or being brought back or something or other. Probably should have did my research on that, but oh well. Because so many people are ditching Twitter, like the new Twitter to go, or the current Twitter, to go to the old one. You know what I would love to see? And it's kind of like, you remember when I said I want a Canadian made video game console? It's similar to that, but it's not Canadian. I just want to see someone make a social media thing, a social network thing, where there's literally no rules. You can even call it anarchy. The Anarchy app. There's no rules, there's no laws, and no government can actually touch it. It is completely immune to every goddamn law, every fucking, what is the word? I just fucking lost my train of thought. No laws can touch it, no rules can touch it, no government can touch it. Completely immune 100%. And you can't make a law later on to say, oh, well, now this is against the law. No, no, no. Every goddamn thing goes. Everything. See what happens. I know people are going to say, well, but bad things could happen. That's just life. Bad things happen every day. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Go cry a river. Or cry me a river. But I bet you a place with anarchy would actually, probably statistically, have a higher percentage of people getting along than a place that has restrictive rules. Because you know why? People, whether they realize it or not, they like to rebel against rules. I know I sure do. So you see, the more you restrict the human race, the more you're smothering it. And you're going to kill off the human race. What do you want everyone to be? The same fucking person with the same ideals? You know how many people have argued and had wars over religion and shit? But no. If you say, I don't believe in Jesus, well, that hurts my feelings. I want the government to step in. Are you stupid? Are you stupid? Don't answer that rhetorical question. Anyway, working together here, we will ensure Twitter is a platform where anyone, anywhere can express themselves safely and confidently, except for those who don't put up with bullshit. So I guess Hideki Kamiya won't be allowed on Twitter, because how many times has he been insulted, and then he insults people back? So, Twitter, executives, the CEO, whoever, you gotta ask yourself. I know you're probably doing this for the money, because, oh, everyone makes themselves seem so good, and the social justice warriors, they're to blame for this as well. Everyone is just all about this, like, I'll sue you, I'll do this, I'll do that. No one seems to give a damn about trying to get along anymore. It's like the human race has literally given up on itself, and everyone is just looking out for them, for number one, for themselves. It's sad, it's pathetic. I can't say I'm surprised. I saw this coming miles and miles away. But again, for me personally, this doesn't really affect me because, again, I don't really use Twitter that much. I have an account, but I don't really do anything with it. This is just so sad, so funny. I guess I got nothing more to say on the subject, but, let me know what you think. Do you agree that we need more censorship? Do you agree we need more freedom? Because remember, at least in the States, remember how they say, like, land of the free or freedom of speech? But nowadays, no, you can't do that because everyone gets butthurt. It's the easy way out. No one wants to solve their own problems. No one wants to stand up for themselves. Why do that when you can just whine and have a temper tantrum like a 2-year-old and get your way? Anyway, we'll see y'all in the next video.